The HPA axis works perfectly to respond quickly and efficiently to acute stressors that our ancestors might have faced. But it's not really built for the kind of modern, chronic high-level stress that we're experiencing these days, and this is why it can lead to HPA axis dysfunction. Today, we're going to talk about the most powerful tools that you can use to support yourself in this situation. You don't want to miss out on this, and in 10 seconds, I'm going to tell you all about it. Hi, I'm Sage. It's great to be here with you. I'm here to be your source of cutting-edge wellness information to help you become happier and healthier. Please support us by clicking the subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. It just takes a moment to do, and it does so much to support our tiny family business. As you may know, I am deeply passionate about helping you, not just with educational information, but also with some of the amazing products that I develop for our company. You can find a link down in the description to our website with the world's healthiest gourmet chocolates, delicious elixir blends, and the purest and most potent adaptogens, including some like cordyceps and ashwagandha that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Now let's talk about supporting that HPA axis. HPA dysregulation happens when you have the inability of the HPA axis to effectively regulate production of hormones, and everything downstream then gets messed up because hormones are kind of like the master switches of our body. And once those are not being produced correctly, downstream things start to go really wrong in areas like the gut and the brain. And initially, this manifests itself in the form of elevated cortisol, but after a while it goes to an even darker place and you end up having low cortisol and low levels of most of your other hormones, and it's also going to be changing the levels of your neurotransmitters, so it has a huge impact on your brain health. So we need to get this sorted out, and we're going to approach it from several different directions. First, a couple of notes on the dietary front. So you definitely want to, as pretty much always, avoid processed foods and high glycemic carbs. These are just going to dig that hole that you're in deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, on the other hand, don't count calories. It's a questionable thing whether that's ever really the most helpful thing to do, but here it's definitely not going to be the most helpful. You can actually really enjoy nutrient-dense foods, healthy fats, and even nutrient-dense carbs are going to be really good. Things like sweet potatoes and squash and plantains, cassava, taro, and whole fruits, and of course make sure you're getting enough really high-quality clean proteins. Also, from a nutrition side, you want to make sure you're getting appropriate amounts of vitamin C, that you're getting really quality long-chain omega-3s that are coming from, they could be coming from seafood, they could be coming from grass-fed meats, though to a lesser degree, of course, but also in a supplement form from fish oil, krill oil, or algae oil. Then magnesium is a really good one here. I would especially consider magnesium L-threonate because of its ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and help with the health of your synapses and the plasticity in the brain, and also down-regulating stress in the brain. And magnesium is also helpful because it is able to support catecholamine metabolism, so it's sorting out the balance of the neurotransmitters in your brain to a healthier balance. Then also zinc, electrolytes are really helpful, L-theanine as a supplement. So you get this, of course, in green tea or in matcha, but when you're dealing with HPA axis dysfunction, you generally want to minimize caffeine in your diet. So I would look more towards taking L-theanine as a supplement of its own, so you're not getting it paired up with the caffeine. Then in this person's case, they're having a hard time falling asleep, so melatonin could be a really good one here, and that's something you do just for a short time. Long term, it doesn't make sense, but melatonin for a short time, over a period of a couple of weeks, can help you reset your circadian rhythm so you can have a sleep pressure that accumulates throughout the day and climaxes with you falling asleep very easily. And then from a food perspective, as we look at this, this is something that's not new, but in the old days, in the Taoist system, it was called Jing deficiency. Your Jing is your core kidney adrenal reserve energy, and when this gets depleted, you end up in a very difficult situation, as we modern day call HPA axis dysfunction or dysregulation. So the foods that nourish Jing were always said to be black foods. So here we think about things like black rice, black sesame tahini, black beans. So whenever you have a chance to have a black food, go for it. Then we're going to look to my favorite category here, which is going to be the herbs. And here you can start out by looking at the herbs that we put in our recharge chocolate. This is the one that has a black label because of that black food connection. That's why we made that one black. And this one has the 6 best herbs in this category. We have cordyceps, hoshu, eucommia, morinda, rehmannia, and cistanche. These are all fantastic. And these are the best herbs for what they would say in traditional times, taking your kidneys and plugging them into the cosmos to recharge. And you can get these herbs individually and start making them into elixirs. You could enjoy our recharge chocolate. And these herbs are so foundational in helping to build back that Jing energy that you've depleted. The Jing, I'm going to put a link actually up here to a whole video talking specifically about this because it is such a beautiful way that the Taoists had of understanding this area of our health. And I think everyone should go watch that and take a deeper dive into this because it will really transform the way you look at building and maintaining your long-term health. The Jing is like, it's the wax and the wick of our health. I said I was going to link to another video, but I love this way it's described so much that I can't resist talking about it a little bit here. I'll try to be quick. It's the wax and the wick of the candle. It's the essence. You inherit a certain amount of Jing from your parents based upon how healthy they were. Some people get more, some people get less. In that sense, it's kind of like a trust fund. Some people get loaded right from the beginning and some people not. But then as you go through life, you use it up little by little by little. Or some people a lot at once. And when you run out, eventually you die. And when you get close to running out, that's when you start to get into some real health problems. And so you can, one, learn how to regulate your stress response and create a life that is not so excessively stressful, and surround yourself with people that don't bring extra stress into your life. And through this way, slow down how fast you're using it. And then you can also use some of these tools like we're talking about here to help build it back. And outside the world of the Taoist herbal system, we can also look at some other herbs from other systems here that are going to be helpful. So here I would definitely look at holy basil, ashwagandha, rhodiola, and Siberian ginseng. Now, another cutting edge way of looking at this is of course going to be through the gut, because in the gut you have a connection that goes from your gut to your brain via the vagus nerve. And your microbiome, the health of your microbiome, has a huge impact on the messages that are being sent from your gut to your brain. And there's one strain of bacteria in particular that's very interesting here. It's called Bifidobacterium longum 1714. And this strain is being shown in recent research to help improve stress resilience to everyday stressors, and also to help the body deal with some of the biological effects, biological negative effects, I should say, that stress has on the body. A quick intermission. After I did a wardrobe change to start shooting another video, I realized I did not emphasize enough in this video on HPA Axis Dysregulation that sleep is the most powerful medicine here and so essential. You need to do whatever you can to get as much high quality sleep as possible and absolutely make that a priority. And of course, we'll have a link down in the description that is a full guide on how to do that. So there's a lot of tools to pull together here. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by all of these. I'm not saying that you need to start doing every single one of these things immediately, but I like to give you all the tools and then let you start incorporating them one by one, or maybe two by two if you'd like to go a little bit faster, at a rate that is sustainable for you, so you can build back your health, restore the health of your HPA axis, and live an amazing long rest of your life. If there's something in here that is new for you, or if there's something you'd like to hear us talk about more and expand on more, please let me know in the comments below. It's always super helpful for me to get that feedback. And before you go, here's another video that I think you'd enjoy watching. Here's a video that YouTube thinks you'd enjoy watching. And over here is a link if you want to go check out our website. Have a great day, guys, and I hope to see you again here next time.